I know about the... we'll just call it the Wall. Everybody's favorite supervillain. Okay, so how are these going to work? The Berlin guy is very simple. It's just that route. Only takes 4 days. Really, if that takes 4 days, how did this take... Oh, it takes 7. And yet that takes 6. Man, who built these roads? Obviously not the Romans. Sure, why not? This is where things get a little tricky. I don't think I can have these pool goods back. And I can explain why. Just trying to think how to explain why. Okay, first we'll make them send things there. So unload everything at Rostock and then load, not max of everything, but... Oh man, you need to be bigger for me to actually do what I want you to do, don't you? Ah, fudge. It was Berlin I was doing there, right? There we go. Let's give you... I got like 70 of these, so I can happily give him 5 to start with. 5 is plenty. I'm just going to assume I'm supplying 10,000 here right now. Maybe 20,000 is easier. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go with my assumptions then. And I'm going to make up some numbers here. And by make up, I mean pull from my cleverly crafted calculations here. So it's 300. It doesn't let me tab between them. How incredibly retarded is that? 600 bricks, because everybody loves bricks. Like 700 grain, because everybody's hungry. 300 hemp, 300 wool, 300 raw metal, 300 honey. Salt is quite a bit more. No, it's not. It's only like 150. Metal tools, about 200. Mead, about 250. Cloth, 150. Beer, loads of beer. Fish, plenty of fish. I mean, this is 10-day demand. I'm carrying way more than necessary, but roll with me anyway. Nobody carries clothes anywhere, but let's just assume that I actually have some clothes. Cheese, everyone loves cheese. Everybody loves pitch. Everybody loves pelts. And of course meat. And these guys as well. Looks great, right? We're going to take all that stuff from here, and quick calculations tell me that's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 3,500, 4,000, man, I'm not good at counting that. I'm going to give him a 6th one just in case, because I'm not super confident that that's enough. Okay, that's good. And that's supply Berlin. I'm gonna save that. You know, I think I'll give it a more generic name. Supply inland. And I'm gonna save it. I'm also gonna realize that I didn't finish it, did I? When you get to Berlin, I want you to drop off everything and then load everything except what you make. Now Berlin is going to make... Well, first I need to save this now, because now it is how it's meant to be. The supply inland. I need to edit it to remove Berlin's creation, and Berlin is going to make tools and cloth for me. So... Cloth do not trade, tools do not trade. Cloth, do not trade. Tools, do not trade. So here's the thing. We get to Berlin. Oh, let's take it from the start, in fact. We start in Rostock, and we get rid of everything. We don't have anything, so that's fine. And then we load all these goods to specification. Hunky-dory. Let's make him do that. Alright, there we go. He's gotten his goods. Loads them, in fact. And it's good to see the number there, too. Now, off he scarpers. When he gets to Berlin, he's going to drop everything he has, and then he's going to pick up everything he can. Now, Berlin will have their own amount that they can hold off for their own. So let's say they have a cap of 500 grain, and you offload 1,000. Then you're going to take back 500, leaving them with 500. So in the end, your cart is still going to have 500 grain in it. Now what this can happen is you fill up with everything, and then you get to the good that they produce. Let's say the cloth, for example. And then you don't even have the space for all the cloth that you need. Or in a worse situation, cloth fills up everything you have, and you're not able to pick back up your cheese and pitch and pelts. So in the end, Berlin is going to be completely stuffed with pelts and cheese and pitch, because the cart back never has the space for them. And since the whole point of our production cycles here is to not have micromanagement, that is not an acceptable solution. So since we know that Berlin will produce plenty of cloth and tools themselves, we will not bring them any of that, nor will we take them away with these trade carts. We will have specific trade carts for taking away those. Which means I will probably need to think long and hard about how to supply him, in this case with wood, wool and metal, for the wood and metal for the metal tools, and cloth for the wool for the cloth. But I'll probably just bake that into supply, the regular supply ones. They're going to need a lot of it, so I'll need to make sure it's very finely tuned. Imagine all 187 Hanseatic cities, Jake. I think I would... it would be my calling, really, to make it happen. Okay, that's beautiful. The funny thing is, I don't need you to do it right now, at all. In fact, I don't even want you to do it right now. I just wanted it set up. Because what I need to do is get all these guys supplied with oodles of wood and clay. And what I'm going to do for that is not faff around too much myself. I'm going to grab the wildcard red crane. Yeah, if I can find him. There we go. I knew right clicking would work. I'm going to give him a ton of this stuff. And like I said, I don't really want to micromanage this stuff, so there we go, take a ton of it. Go to the tavern and get yourself all the escorts you could need. I don't know if they're actually going to help or not, I don't know these things. And I'm going to give you a route. That is not your route, heavens no. You're going to start in Rostock, you're going to hit up Minden, Erfurt, Breslau, Warsaw. Why is Kaunas still there? Kaunas, Thorn, Posen, and Berlin. You're going to get wood and clay. Sure, unload everything, why not? Then I want you to load, and looking at how it is, I want you to load 30,000 clay and 20,000 wood. Doodle-doo. Probably not quite the way we want it, but whatever. And then I want you to go to Minden, and I want you to just auto-trade the stuff. He'll figure it out. He'll sell it insofar as he gets a good price for it. And I want these guys to all be plentifully supplied with wood and brick. And then you'll get back to Rostock, and you'll fill up. Good. Now I'm going to change that once I actually have my buildings set up there, but I do not have my buildings set up whatsoever. Low on spices, get a load of these entitled guys. Alright, so he bought up as much as he could from our counting house. We didn't really have that much, so God bless. And then off he goes. He ignores Hamburg, and he gets to Minden. What is with all the explosions right now? Pirate is limiting Haarlem. Well, that pirate is about to get slam dunked. Sadly, I have to manual it, because again, we have these fairly useless guys here. Brilliant. I mean, I'd rather not capture ships, but whatever works. I really need to get these guys completely decked out with hulls so I don't have to bother with that. So I mean, Minden, for example, I'm surprised I didn't tell them to build a load of, well, a load of everything for me. I could really do with, I like that wall. I could really do with money for my houses. Yeah, warehouses are what I need all around here. I shouldn't need many on the inland trade nodes, but similarly don't want to get caught with my pants down, so that should do us. I need these guys to all be in a position where I can offload plenty of goods and then really build them up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Brilliant, right? Now we need some guards there as well. Erfurt was where I just was, so Minden, Erfurt, Breslau. They're working on warehouses, but only 5 of them. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I mean, I really wouldn't mind giving in some houses here. Something, something, thank you for helping me develop my city. Oh, also, I should really check on the walls. The walls are looking good in Erfurt. Breslau, walls are looking fan-dabby-doozy-doozy. Warsaw. Oh, we got a few of these. Not enough, mind. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And thank you for helping me develop my city. Keep up the good work. And the wall's looking great. Kaunas. Kaunas is actually one that's a success story because they feed themselves on grain and cheese. As well they should. Only 8 warehouses though. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And let's keep developing that city. And that's a nice looking wall as well. I'm happy with that. Thorn we can almost ignore, except I can't ignore that housing occupancy. That's because they keep building, because I never topped them up. I have 104 businesses. All of them are wineries. So I should probably drop the amount of people doing winery there, just to cap it. I don't think I thought of that everywhere. However, it doesn't look like the AI is doing truly destructive house building, well, truly destructive house building, unless these are his. They are. Okay, that is actually fairly destructive, you monster, but what can I do? I was the one that fubbed up, so I can't get mad. Also, getting mad is for children. That's why I'm really not fond of salty as a phrase. It doesn't speak very well for gaming. It's like things aren't going so well for me. What's my response? Let's do a temper tantrum. Alright, I don't mean for these houses to be of particular use anytime soon, but I wanted to keep thorn capped. It's actually a bit of a concern that some places are going to be growing way more than I want them to. Groningen, of course, not having that problem. What is going on now? Oh yes, I was trying to do my rounds. We're in Posen. Posen are not working on the wall. I want them to work on the wall. I put my businesses out. Well, we'll work on the warehouses first because I don't have many of them. Only have 5. Let's change that up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And something developing my city. And I have my businesses out. So next up is... telling you to build that wall. Here's a ridiculous sum of money. And where's the wall? Chief, where's the wall? Okay, so I think we're running into the same problem we had before, where they can't build the wall. They built the minister. So my positions must be off somehow, that the wall becomes impossible. Interesting. So Posen needs some work. I can see that. And there's Berlin. Berlin's wall looks fine. Famous last words. But they also only have 8 warehouses. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And enjoy some houses. I like that they're working on that to minister as well. Missing raw materials, that's fine. So the, did I do everyone? Yeah, Berlin's the last one. Red Crane is going to keep these guys fueled up with food, not food, anything but wood and clay. And that means they should finish off those buildings and I'll be allowed to get the administrators running and then I can start seeing to these guys' needs. Jake, will you truly max the inner cities as well? Berlin looks small. Well, yeah, it's not big, but they do have a maximum size, and I'm going to have to hit it. And according to my calculations, Berlin is a 50,000 population cap, which is significantly lower than most people. The average is about 58,000, with many of them sitting at 60,000. I think 60,000 is the median. Something like that. Otherwise, this looks good. Aarhus continues to not disappoint me. Yes, yes, I am happy with Aarhus. I'm very happy with Aarhus. Which means I need to start thinking about Novgorod, or else that food production is really going to drag its heel. It's not like we're overloaded with grain right now. And that cheese won't last forever. Fish is looking good. So yeah, I do need to start thinking about Novgorod. But again, I need that those building materials for it. And since we're still overloaded on wool, Rostock agreeing with me, I'm going to grab the people mover once more, wherever he is. And grab another 6,000 poor people from Haarlem, provided they have at least 1,300 people working these. Ho ho! Isn't that convenient? Time for your new life in Denmark. I don't think anybody's ever been excited about hearing that. Whoop. Not quite as many people as I want. I could probably reduce the production of something else. Not the smokehouses though, I need that fish. Maybe the clay? I mean, we do have a lot of clay. That's still not enough. There we go. If it means nobody gets to produce wool for a while, then so be it. And that's still not enough people. It is kind of nice that you can throw people around like this. It's nice and cruel. It's my kind of thing. There we go. Another huge amount of people to throw over to Ehus. Liking that we're getting all those caravels thrown out as well. Or caravels, I think it's meant to be. Lack of wood over in Hamburg. Lack of wood overall in here, making me suspicious. I need to keep an eye on anybody whose population is fast approaching numbers that we don't want to see. But really that only applies to people that have managed to build up a cathedral, and those we can see at a glance. I mean, you can see the difference between Hamburg and Groningen, for example. And there's Lubeck, who's been a bit of a problem for a while, but we've kept that capped. Rostock we have not been keeping a good eye on, but now I have capped it, so that's kind of okay. Stettin, I think I massively built up at some point, probably. Danzig, have I not capped you or something? Probably haven't. I imagine all my... No, you should be capped there. And yet... And yet... Okay, that tailor's got to go.
Now that's an offer I simply cannot refuse. Take the business, with my blessing.
Hang on, he was building a tailor? That means even though I tried to cap the population, the AI was still building. That's troublesome. I mean, what isn't? I burned Danzig to the ground, grew it, burned it again, and it's still causing me problems. Still the smeltering, the tailoring, the wooding, the wining. It's all coming together for Danzig, one way or another. Not dying quite like they used to. Still concerned about lack of wood making its rounds here. I guess the salters are eating it all up. Or maybe these guys don't get enough of it. But why would they be short on it anyway? Groningen makes tools, so maybe they're gobbling it all up. So maybe whoever does the wood over in the east, the west, doesn't have enough. Yeah, we'll keep it. Oh, I think I'll off-stream change my naming convention here. So 4,000 to you. Only 2,000 of you doing the west, so I think every time you hit up one of these, I'm going to throw another caravel on you.
I just had to tear down a business which was no longer profitable, and I have you alone to thank for that.
Oh, you're welcome. Although I don't know why you're having to do that in Danzig. What's Danzig's problem? Still got a horrible lack of clay going on. Ehus is meant to be seeing to that, but, well, the need for clay is dire. Even though we produce so much of the stuff. And thinking about it, it's an incredibly large amount of stuff we're pumping out of Ehus, and yet not enough. Jake, aren't all Dutch people tools? Yes. Meant to be used and abused by the highest bidder. There we go. Ehus's population should jump up even more from that, and now housing capacity is going to go above 60. So if there's any space I've missed for a building here, then the AI will find it. That doesn't look like they are. Automatic. I really shouldn't bother with treasure anymore, it's practically worthless to me. I mean, you still want it, right? But also still practically worthless. As to Rostock pit, the only thing I can figure is that the pitch did not remove Aarhus from their rounds. Pitch west, pitch center, pitch east. No, I did remove Aarhus. So how in the world is Aarhus struggling with the whole pitch thing? I don't see anything wrong with the pitching here. You go to Aarhus, you grab all the pitch, you go to Rostock, you ditch all the pitch. It's really very simple. There's no conceivable way in my eyes that it's messing up here. You even produce a healthy amount of it each day. Maybe it's getting... The large shipyard will, at certain points, have a new Carvel to make, at which point they consume 100 pitch. And if they do that right before I get back to pick up more pitch, it's going to cancel this. Frustrating, but not much I can do about it until we stop producing ships here. If I produced more pitch, it wouldn't be a problem either, but it is. Alternative thought, I throw people out of here and make them produce pitch. Oh, that wasn't enough. Let's throw this thing down a bit. Reduce this. There we go. Now I have 100 production per day of pitch. It would be pretty difficult not to have enough pitch coming in. Difficult, but not impossible. Jake, how's it going? Do you know what the money cap in this game is? You should try to hit it. If I hit it, I'll go to negative money. But yes, I will hit it. I'm confident in that. So, these guys should... Is that my guy? No. Where's my little dude? I wish he was up top so I could find him, but here we go. He is the wildcard Red Crane. Ditching everything in Kaunas, so now Kaunas is, well, it's already built my stuff, which is beautiful. Just beautiful. Where'd he go? I can't see him anymore. Oh, he's in Thorn. Wait, what, Thorn? Tell me you're not going to Thorn. I should not have included Thorn in all this. Thorn always get that free pass because they look like they're one of those guys. Okay, so how much of my goods did this this attack from the Duke of Pomerania, who promised he wouldn't attack me anymore, gonna take? 19 and 13? Okay, he barely took anything, but he's already killed 20 of my escorts. Maybe the escorts died protecting the goodies.
I just had to tear down a business which was no longer profitable, and I have you alone to thank for that.
I don't actually know why that happened. He would have torn down one of these. The only one I could think of is that he tore down a tailor because there was no cloth, but there is cloth. Alternate thought was that there was nobody working for him. But it's not like I am hoovering everybody here. Actually, maybe I am. Maybe everybody is working for me. It's possible, and it's really funny if that's the truth. That's right! That's right! They can't build anything else, because if they do, they get no workers. So they tear them down. Is that even true, though? I mean, why would there be no more workers for them? Population could just increase easily enough. Because it would be... I don't understand. Do not understand how that's working, but maybe I shouldn't question it too much. What I should question is what I'm going to do with this ridiculously large amount of hemp that's flowing in. I would love to have a guess. Oh, well, that's just the guy I need. That's going to get rid of all my excess hemp. And I'm going to make a profit on it as well. 10 ducats per hemp or so. So, I mean,